Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Raylan Pineda with Righteous Pursuit Ministries. We're going to go ahead and get our video blog kicked off bright and early at 6 a.m. So I've got some endeavors to get to early today, so we're going to get it in early. So let's get right on into it. Today we're going to talk about meaning it. Meaning what you say and saying what you mean. I'm an 80s kid. I grew up in the 80s and 90s, and I grew up in that era when they were saying, the New York men were saying, yo, my word is my bond, right? And I always remember that and think about that when I think about someone giving their word, right? When someone's making a commitment, that is their bond, right? And so for me today, when I'm thinking about meaning what you say and saying what you mean, I'm thinking about that 80s New York swag man that's saying, yo, my word is my bond. And so I want to remind you guys that trust is rooted in your word. And so you've got to stay true to your word and your commitments. Be sure that you're not burning bridges because you couldn't keep a commitment. I like to think that there's two types of people in life. There are the individuals who trust you until you give them a reason not to trust them. And then there are those that do not trust you until you give them a reason to trust. And so in the spirit of knowing that there are two individuals out there like that, we as Christians have to be very, very careful how we go about engaging with individuals and making commitments to one another, so that we're not burning bridges. Because the last thing that we want to do is make a commitment, especially to someone, let's say, that's a non-believer, and we end up burning that bridge because we've either ended up breaching that trust when we've had their trust, or we've ended up breaching the trust before we've even gotten in. And so be mindful of that. Your word is your reputation. But more importantly than anything else, not only is your word your reputation, but your word is not just your reputation, it is the reputation of Jesus Christ. Come on now, believers. As believers, when you say something, you are saying something not on behalf of you, not on behalf of your family, but on behalf of those and Jesus Christ. And so make sure that your word is your word. Because when you're encountering someone that may be a non-believer, the only Jesus that they may see is the Jesus that's within you. And what we don't ever want to do is make out for to be false, or to be a liar, or to be undependable, or inconsistent, and then stamp that as the brand of Jesus. And so I just want to encourage you all and encourage my fellow believers that as we go out and we embark on this world and we can make commitments with others, to be mindful of you and what you're saying. Say what you mean and mean what you say, so that you are never the reason why someone turns away from the kingdom, because you may be the only Jesus that someone else sees. We're going to end with a scripture from Matthew chapter 5 verse 33 through 37. It talks about oaths. And I'm going to read it for you. It says, "Again, you have heard that it was said to the people long ago, 'Do not break your oath, but fulfill to the Lord the vows you have made.' But I tell you, do not swear an oath at all, either by heaven, for it is God's throne, or by the earth, for it is his footstool, or by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great king. And do not swear by your head, for you cannot even make one hair white or black. All you need to say is simply yes or no. Anything beyond this comes from the evil one." So when you make your commitments, it's not necessary to go round and about and swear on this, that, and everything else. A simple yes and no is needed. that scripture reminds me of, remember the little kid who gets caught in a lie? And so when you confront them about their lie, they go into this big, long, elaborate story. It's like, cause see, you remember, and I said, and I swear, and I promised, and I put it on my cousin's, uncle's, granddaddy's dog's grave. And that's when you suddenly realize that they lying. Don't be that individual. It's not necessary to go all about, round and about, when you're making your commitments. Simply make your yes your yes and your no your no. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Mean it. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Thanks for dropping in again and supporting me with my daily blog. We'll chime on in tomorrow morning.